Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Steph, and we need to talk about this, okay? James Charles. So, let's just get right into this. These videos have basically caused James Charles to lose a lot of followers, and I don't blame the people. But yeah, let's just get into it.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Ew. I'm traumatized.
I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here.
He thought he ate with that part. Calm down. Like, calm down. He's a little too hype for me.
Of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, "I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else die."
Honestly, he got way too much energy for me. If he put half as much of this effort into making another video, he probably would have been better off. The hell? First of all, why you coming at her crazy like that? Calm down. Calm down. What is wrong with him? I already didn't really like him, but it's also I don't hate nobody like that, especially if I don't know them. But he just cringes me out, and this is why. This is why. What are you going on about? You're too hype. It would have just been so much easier for him if he just saw the DM, closed it, and went about his day. But nah, you had to come up on here on TikTok and make your little rant and low-key embarrass this girl for what? For views? For people to unfollow you? What was really the reason? What's really the reason? I don't even like that. Calm down, first of all. And he's publicly humiliating her. Okay, she asked for money. That's a little weird, but for you to be this hype and go on TikTok and rant like this, you made a problem out of nothing. But let's just continue.
Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, "James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you."
So basically what he's saying is people gotta suck up to him to ask for a favor. Okay. I don't blame him for not wanting people to ask for stuff. But for you to go on here and make a whole humiliating video about her and talk about it's not that hard to lose a job, are you okay? Are you okay? Honestly, Dika, it's not that hard to find a job. To lose a job. It is hard for people who have normal incomes and bills to pay, okay? And probably kids on top of that. I don't know if the girl has kids, but that's besides the point. Either way, people got bills to pay, and they aren't as privileged as you. They aren't as privileged as James Charles. They can't just quit their job and be fine the next day. That's not everybody's story. And for you to go on here and acting like it should be is very weird to me. It's given very much privileged. It's given very much out of touch. You're tone deaf. Because how are you coming on here privileged like that? You already got money. You've been had money since you were 18. Because he got famous really, really young. Like, seriously. His YouTube thing went off really quickly. So he has never had like a real traditional 9-to-5 job or a job where you had to clock in and clock out. So for you to come up on here and say, oh, it's not that hard, it's very hard. Especially with a job market like today, it's really hard to find a job. Before I had the job I have now, I had to apply to like 80 jobs. And I only got 2 interviews. Only 2. It's not that easy. Mind you, I got a bachelor's degree. And still, that didn't help my case. That didn't help my situation. Even with a bachelor's degree, it's not easy. And for him to come up here and act like it is, that's really concerning and that's really tone deaf. Because you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like possibly missing payments, not being able to pay rent. You don't know what that's like. So don't comment on it. The thing is, he didn't have to go on TikTok and comment about it. You could have just went about your day. But you want to give your opinion and act like that, be a little, like, way too damn hype. You're way too hype for the wrong reasons. Like, come on, you're too hype. It would have just saved you a lot if you didn't say anything about it. It's so easy to ignore a DM. But as I was saying, it's not easy to find a job these days, and I'm getting laid off with the job I have currently. Like, AI done took my job, and that's real. And you think it's easy to just go get another job? It's not that easy. If you knew what it was like, you would know that it's not that easy. If you ever had to give in a resume, you would know it's not that easy. These days, you have to change your resume to the job description. You have to do a lot of work just to find a job. You have to put in a lot of work to not get nothing back. Like, be for real. And then cover letters on top of that. The interviews, if you even get an interview. Mind you, your bills are due. Come on. Be for real. And yet he's like blaming her for being fired, for being laid off. Spirit Airlines had to lay everybody off because the business is closing down. So for you to come up on here and say, oh, just find another job, oh, you're so lazy, go to work, that wasn't her choice. She didn't want to quit. She was able and willing to work, but they went out of business. So what then? And I'm the type of person, I like to get up in the morning, go to work. I like to get up in the morning and have something to do. Because I feel like when I don't have a job, I feel like I have no purpose, low-key. But then also when I do have a job, I feel like I have no time for myself. So it's just like about finding a balance between that. But that's besides the point. Either way, it's not that easy. Okay? I mean, he would never understand that. Before I got this one that I have now that I'm about to be laid off from, I was laid off from another job like years ago. I don't know why this seems to be a pattern, but I be getting laid off like that. But yeah, that was like a writing marketing job. Mind you, I wasn't even getting paid good. What I did for work, I basically wrote social media posts. I did a little bit of marketing, a little bit of blog writing, a little bit of everything in between when it comes to writing. And I was being severely underpaid, like I'm telling you. But that was my fault. I didn't do research and I was very naive. I'm like, yeah, give me $10 an hour. Yeah, sure. Hun. What? That's severely underpaid. For that kind of work, yeah. If I had that job alone, I would not be able to afford rent along with other expenses. Like, I would not, it wasn't a livable wage. So being laid off that job, that was a blessing. But either way, I had to go and find the job that I have now. But now I'm getting laid off of it too. So it's not easy. Not everybody can keep a job like that. And it's not like it's my fault. I go into work wanting to work, willing to work, and ready. And I like to work at that. So it's not like it's my fault that I got laid off. And it's not the girl's fault for getting laid off from Spirit Airlines either. She couldn't make that choice. That happened to her. So for you to come up on here and make fun of it and kind of humiliate her, that was so unnecessary. Like, so unnecessary. But yeah, if you guys aren't really caught up, basically Spirit Airlines was filing for bankruptcy over the past few years until finally in May of this year, they just went out of the business completely. So they had to fire all their employees and things like that. And supposedly it was because jet fuel prices were skyrocketing, so they couldn't afford it. And, you know, their airplane tickets were pretty cheap. So, yeah, they just couldn't afford to stay afloat. And that's why she got laid off. That's not her fault.
I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace. So I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people.
Okay, so this is the next video. This is the video he posted the next day after the reaction he got. So let's watch it. Let's see what he has to say, because it's so hard to come back from that. Very privileged, but obviously you know that, I know that, but hey.
GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money. And most people were like enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments. And a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive. And they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video, and I deleted it. But of course the internet is forever, and now a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all
well, yeah, hun, you said it, so I'm gonna take it for face value and say that you meant it. No, that's crazy to say. Not everybody's privileged can stay in bed, post a video, and get money from it. I don't know if he made money from this video, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you get what I'm saying. Not everybody's that privileged, let alone you got money. You don't understand. You don't get it.
So out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a fucking break. I am out of touch, first and foremost. Okay, I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor. So
at least he admits it. I don't know, he pissing me off, low-key. Just his tone, like, ew, what is wrong with you?
So I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience.
That's true. I can say that I hate when influencers try to act like they're relatable. Like, no, hun, at this point, with your Rolls Royce and your 5 houses, you're no longer relatable, and that's okay. Just be yourself. You don't have to be relatable to be liked by people or like by the media. But yeah, let's continue.
Watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen. And luckily, I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday though was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help.
So there he goes, doubling down on what he said in the last video. I'm sorry, is this supposed to be an apology or what? I understand where he's coming from. There are lazy people out there who don't want to work, who literally get a check from the government every month, don't work. But that's not everybody, and that's not that girl's experience. She didn't quit Spirit Airlines, she got laid off. For you to assume that that's her experience and say she's lazy, no, hun, she was ready and willing to work, but the company no longer exists. It's not her fault. Doesn't mean she doesn't want to work.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6
I will say this, he does have a point there. Like, okay, so I'm getting laid off from my job soon, right? But I'm not the type of person who's going to sit here and DM and message every influencer I see for money. No, I'm not going to do that. Maybe it's my pride. I don't know. I understand a little bit of what he's saying there. Oh, the audacity to come and ask me for money. I get that. But it's the way you went online and like blew her spot, basically. You don't have to humiliate her like that. Being that I'm going to be in her position very soon, I wouldn't do it, but do I blame her for it? No. Who cares? She thought that's the best that she could do. Okay, so be it. Whatever. Honestly, who cares?
months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid and asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally do not believe that to be the case, because I know for a fact that they sent this same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. It's fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that, and a little bit of effort goes.
DK, welcome to the real world. What? Are you okay? I don't know, he's coming across as like high and mighty. Like, calm down. Bring yourself back down to earth, honey.
Really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said 10 toes down. Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application to hundreds of different companies. Or, hear me out, put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right? Hi, sister. James,
But he's assuming she hasn't done that. How do you know that? You don't know that. You don't know that she's sent out resumes. So what? Like, I feel like this just became a problem because he went online and wanted to humiliate her. You don't know what it's like to be in her position. It might have been out of desperation. It might have been her last resort. Like, you don't know that. You don't know that she's not trying. Let's see what he said in the third video, because that apology right there, that didn't even seem like a real apology. He was just doubling down on what he said. Okay, if that's how you feel, why are you making another video? Okay, like...
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video was basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid, and I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling.
Mind you, he's only making this real apology now, because hundreds of thousands of people have like been unfollowing him. So come on, we see right through you. We see right through you. Don't act. I still don't believe this video. I don't believe anything he's saying right now, but he has to do it to save his career, right? So whatever.
And this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was, I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family.
Yeah, hun. Some people live paycheck to paycheck. It's not easy out here, especially with this economy and everything going up. Hun, I just paid for gas the other day. I'm like, $50. What? I don't even have a nice car. And it was like, it wasn't even 50, like it was over 50. I was like, what's going on here?
So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and it really hurt a lot of people. And I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market fucking sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many fucking horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year.
That's so true. Like, these recruiters on LinkedIn, they'll waste your time for real. Anybody who reaches out to you like on LinkedIn, or if you provide a phone number, just be wary, because there's a lot of scammers out there too. When you're in desperation and eager to find your next job because the bills are due, it's easy to fall into those scams. Like, trust me. When I was unemployed, people would message me on LinkedIn and I'm thinking it's a real job offer, like a real interview, and it's not. People take advantage of that. So you have to be careful out there.
I know that it's really fucking hard out there, and that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method.
So like I said before, I'm not gonna judge her because I don't know her situation. We all don't know her situation for real, for real. We don't know if she's desperate right now. I wouldn't be sending out a GoFundMe link to influencers, but what I would do and what she could have done as a different alternative is, yeah, set up your GoFundMe, send it to people you know, or even go on YouTube and make a video about it, or Instagram or anything. Like, social media is right there at your fingertips to use. You know what I'm saying? There's probably a lot of people out here who would willingly support you because they know your situation and everything. I know in the past people have created GoFundMe pages. Nobody knows them, nobody's even heard of them, but they'll still get money because people feel for their situation. So yeah, put yourself out there. It's not a bad thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm done watching that. Let's watch the girl's response video, because I think she came on TikTok and wanted to respond to James Charles and all the videos he made. And yeah, let's take a look at that.
I'm the girl that James Charles talked about in that video. Everybody's been asking for a video and I haven't been able to make it because of a few reasons. One being my anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. Really bad anxiety. But you know, I tend to talk myself out of a lot of things. I was able to talk myself into this. So we're here, we're getting it done. Sorry if I say a lot of ums. And second was, I definitely was waiting to be monetized. And now that I am, let's just dive right into it. I have my iPad with me. I don't have anything really written down. I'm just gonna scroll and answer questions. First question, I love this question, is are you planning on staying in aviation? Yes. I never thought I loved aviation the way that I do.
Questions y'all have for her? Like, I want to know how she feels about the response, like the James Charles situation. I want to know how she feels. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think there's going back from there. Another question, did James Charles really send you that message? He did. He decided to message me on TikTok and he wanted to privately apologize.
Oh, I remember I saw a text message of him reaching out to her. Let's look at that first. All right, so I have the message. He did. So she's confirming that he did actually send it to her. So let's see what he said. Hi Amber, I wanted to reach out privately with an apology for the video I made. It was disgraceful and completely unnecessary, and there is no excuse for yelling. There is no excuse for me yelling and berating someone for asking for help in a crappy situation. I don't want to curse though. I'm so sorry for adding to what was already a distressing time. I'm so ashamed for most only the video, but also for being so disgustingly out of touch. I was sent your video today and was so glad to see your GoFundMe has exploded. But I also know that getting attention online can be scary and overwhelming. Did she ask you? No, I don't think she did. Like, quiet with all that. I bet she don't want to hear that. But I also know that getting attention online can be scary and overwhelming, especially when you never asked for it in the first place. I've spent the last few days reading stories from real people about what it's actually like losing a job without notice. He had to watch videos to understand. Is that not crazy? Like, he had to watch videos to understand what that felt like. Like, what? And also learning about the journey to find a new one when so many people are going through the same situation, aka me. I've just donated to your GoFundMe. Yeah, right. Now he wants to do it, but he was making a whole rant. I would have respected it a lot more if he didn't just do that. Don't send her money now, honey. She probably wants it, but don't send. To me, I feel like I'm so prideful because I'll be like, don't send it to me now. The hell? You wanted to make all those videos about me, right? Don't send it to me now. But hey, I've just donated to your GoFundMe, but also please know I'm here if there is anything else I can help with or do. For real? Really? No, you're not. Stop lying. My thing is he didn't even have to say that. Like, you don't have to send this message. I don't think she wants to hear it. It's just so dumb. Also, fully understand if you never want to hear from me again. I generally wish you all the best and hope you're doing okay. Honestly, would have been better off not sending it or keeping it short and cute. I don't know why he sent her a whole paragraph like that was supposed to change things. No, honey. You said what you said, you doubled down on it, and then you wanted to make a fake apology video. Hell out of here. Come on.
I know another question on here is, do I accept his apology? So I'm just going to answer it right together. Hell no. I don't accept his apology, especially because he was very publicly with what he said, and then you thought it was okay to message.
Okay, it got cut off, but I think we've seen enough and we get the idea. Anyways, leave your opinions in the comments below. Tell me what you think about this one, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.